Hello friends out there, I'm David Miller, Phoenix, Arizona photographer, multimedia artist, talking to you from my studio for Mojo Creative. I want to talk to you about some creative terminology that I really dislike, and I'm going to get into why I dislike these words. You can absolutely disagree with me and use these words as much as you want, but I'm going to lay it all out for you because I have a particular thought process about the photography and the people I work with. Number one, I feel like I do portrait photography. I'm not doing model photography. I can photograph people just as easily whether they call themselves a model or a regular human being. The number one word that I dislike is model. A model is an object that you structure according to your idea. I'm saying model as a whole, not necessarily a male or female person that you're aiming your camera at. So when we talk about model photography, in general, it's a photographer who has an idea and they get themselves a person that they tell what to do, that they structure in a particular way. They manipulate their arms and legs, maybe through verbal commands, maybe through actual physical commands. But there's just something about that is missing the equal balance of person getting their picture taken and person taking the picture. I'm not really a fan of the word model as such. I understand why people use it. It's an excellent shorthand for I need a person to photograph, I'm going to get a model, I need a person to put these clothes on, I need a person to act a particular way. But for me, calling people is more important than calling people models because of the power dynamics involved in that. Similar to the word model is the word muse. And I have heard so many people utilize Muse in a positive fashion. To me, Muse has always carried this romantic connotation, and it also has the idea that the artist needs this particular muse to be inspired, to make their thing, and for me, that feels wrong in both counts. One, everyone that you're inspired by does not need to be romantically linked to you. And truth of the matter, a lot of artists are way older than the younger people that they portray in their artwork. A lot of the photographers I know are like twice or three times the age of the models they are working with. So the notion that there is some kind of romance going on there, it just feels kind of creepy and weird and unnecessary. The idea that you have to have a particular individual or a particular set of individuals to make the artwork you want to make takes away the power from you as the artist. I mean, for me, in an ideal world, an artist should be able to enter any environment and, look around, survey the landscape, the people that are present, the sticks and stones that are there, whatever art supplies are available to them, and they really should be able to be creative with something there. I mean, if you are somebody who's open to the world as your inspiration, then you don't need to rely on the notion of muses. You don't need to rely on this single set of people who, may become unavailable to you for one reason or another. Maybe they have a relationship that says, no, I don't want you shooting with this guy. Maybe they die. Maybe they move to another state. I don't know. Maybe they just are sick of getting their picture taken or their portrait painted. But the whole concept of muses is a problematic one to me, and so that's why I don't like that word. Editing is so dry and workmanlike. When I work on my photos in Photoshop, Lightroom, whatever kind of software I'm using, I understand why we use the word editing. It's shorthand for you're going to take out some things and you're going to change some things. Ultimately, I don't think it's very helpful. It feels like something you do when you're writing a term paper for high school. And when I work on my photos, I look at it kind of like a sculptor sculpts their pieces. I'm trying to take this raw material and make it into something that's a lot better. So to use the word edit, I don't know, I feel like I'm just some wage slave cutting out things and zapping pimples. When really, I think I am trying to refine a piece to some sort of level of artistic satisfaction. A sculptor does not edit the clay, they sculpt the clay. And so that's the kind of approach I take, at least for my own photography. And then the final word I really despise is collab. This is shorthand for collaboration, if you've never come across the word collab. When people talk in collaboration in shorthand, it feels so amateurish. By default, if somebody writes me asking to collab, I ignore them 100%. For my own standards, the level of artwork I want to make does not allow me to accept that kind of attitude on set. Hey, we're here to collab. And what does collab mean? That we went to Goodwill and picked out a couple outfits together? That somebody who's been making art for 20 years plus is going to engage the ideas of somebody who only wants pictures for their social media feed? I mean, that's my big problem with collab. So there you have it. Model, muse, edit, collab. 4 words that I probably hear on a daily basis in regards to the kind of photography I do, the kind of emails and DMs that I get. Hate those words, you know? If you have some artistic words that you despise, that really raise the hackles on your neck, I would love to hear them. It's possible I might hate those words too. Other than that, hope you guys are having a great creative week. Talk to you next time.